Hello everybody, it's Sarah, and today I'm back with another book tag. Or I guess it's not really a book tag, it's just a tag, because the tag I'm doing today is the Your Answer Can't Be Books tag. So, you know, no books in this tag. But I was tagged to do this by Aoife from Words of Clover, and the original tag was created by the Book Buds. I will of course leave both of their videos linked down below, so definitely go and check them out. And I think, unusually for me, that's already it for the intro, so we can go right into the tag. Question number one is, what is something that you own a lot of that is not books? And the first thing that comes to mind is K-pop albums. I have like over 100 K-pop albums. I now have not bought any for like 2-ish years now because I don't have the money, since I, you know, lost the part-time job I had because of the pandemic. And so I stopped buying K-pop albums then. But yeah, I have a lot of K-pop albums. I still would like to collect K-pop albums, but first I need some more money. And currently all my money is going to books. So that's something I own a lot of. Something else I own a lot of is jewelry, especially earrings, which is weird because I usually forget to put on earrings. I usually forget to put on jewelry. But I had a time when I bought a lot of earrings, and then also I got the entirety of my mom's old earring collection because after she was 30 or something, or after she had me, I don't remember, she just let her holes close. And so once I got my ears pierced, I got her entire collection. And then I just also got a lot of earrings because every time I traveled somewhere, I would take earrings back with me. Every time my dad traveled somewhere, he would bring me earrings. And so yeah, I have a lot of earrings, like a lot of earrings. So that's the main two things that I can think of that I have a lot of. Question number two is, what is something that you do for fun that is not reading a book? And to be honest, I don't have that many things about that. I guess I watch quite a bit of YouTube. I also got a Switch for Christmas, so that's something I'm currently doing. I'm currently trying to play through Hades. Otherwise, every now and again I get phases where I draw and paint a lot. Currently that hasn't happened since the beginning of the pandemic, so it's not something I currently do a lot of. And as for things that I do for fun, you know, leaving my house, I do quite often visit museums. So, you know, I'm that type of person, but then again, I also want to work at a museum, so I guess I do have to visit a lot of them to know what's up. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. There's not that many things I can think of that I do for fun. Like, I meet people and have fun with them sometimes, every now and again. But yeah, as for things that I do alone, that's pretty much it. You know, drawing, YouTube, and going out to museums. Question number three is, what is something important to you on your nightstand that is not a book? And I actually do not have a nightstand. Like, my bed is right next to one of my shelves. So I do have like a cubicle in my shelf where I sometimes put my books in, or where I put a cup of tea so I can drink while I'm in bed. But aside from that, I don't put things on my nightstand. I guess I have, you know, a few little like candles and knickknacks that I got from my grandma that are on the shelf that is next to my bed. But yeah, nothing comes to mind where I'm like, yeah, this is something very special and very important to me. Question number four is, what is something you buy at a bookstore that is not books? And honestly, the bookstore I mostly go to is one of the stores for the big chain in Austria, so kind of like a Barnes and Noble. So they have a huge arts and crafts section. So I do generally, you know, when I get art supplies, a lot of times I go there for my art supplies because they have a good range of, you know, cheaper options, but then maybe not like the very professional stuff, but you know, the amateur more high-end stuff that you can use. So most of my art supplies are from that bookstore. Also, all of my, you know, not all of my, but a lot of my knitting supplies, not knitting, crocheting supplies. I don't knit, I crochet. I always forget that it's one and not the other. But, you know, I sometimes get wool from there, I get my needles from there. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Sometimes I get games from there because they do have like board games or a board game section as well. So I get those things. I get my cookbooks, but that's books. That's just not, you know, fiction or non-fiction books, but my cookbooks. And yeah, I think that's it. Question number 5 is, what is a fun gift you've received that wasn't a book or a gift card? And to be honest, I don't tend to get that many books or gift cards for presents or as presents for birthdays and Christmas. I mostly get other stuff. I mostly get money and stuff for the kitchen from my dad. I tend to get either, you know, vouchers for flights and stuff, or I get sports equipment like for running and cycling. Then from my dad's side of the family, I quite often get vouchers for tickets for concerts or theater or anything along those lines. My mom just buys me whatever I need at the time, so quite often, like every few years I get bags, then every few years I get winter boots. So it's, you know, it's recurring gifts. But I think the quote-unquote funnest thing that I get as gifts, which is just really tells you how well my family knows me, and that is that, you know, how relatives, especially if they're not close to you, will often give you money instead of, you know, actual gifts. And then to not just hand over an envelope with money, they will give you chocolate with that money or candy or whatever. And so I have started to not receive chocolates with my gifts, which I do love chocolate, so don't get me wrong. But what I have started to receive instead of chocolates with money is teas and spices because, yeah, it just is what it is. And by now my tea cabinet is absolutely overflowing. I think I could drink a tea every day for the next 5 years and I still wouldn't be done with all the tea that's in there. And yeah, they actually started with tea, and since I have by now, or since they have noticed that they all have started giving me tea, some of them have started giving me spices instead for cooking, because they all know that I cook quite a lot. So yeah, that's just a fun, random, present-related thing that I get, I guess. Question number 6 is, what is a YouTube channel you watch that is not related to books? And the YouTube channels I tend to watch are mostly like video essay type channels, either on movies or, you know, on social issues. Then in terms of, you know, a YouTube channel where I definitely watch every single video that comes out, or almost every single video if I have time, is OSP, so Overly Sarcastic Productions. I watch a lot of, well, I kind of cycle through YouTube channels, so I'll have a time where I'll watch their videos on repeat, and then there's the next channel and I'll watch their videos on repeat. So I watch Sideways sometimes, who is like a music video essay or film music video essay type YouTube channel. I watch Khadija Mbowe, who is a video essay social commentary type of channel, and they have like amazing videos. For some reason I'm completely blanking on what other channels I'm watching, but you know, a lot of times it's the very long content types of channels, because honestly I just like putting on a YouTube video that's half an hour to an hour long, and to just not have to think about what I'm gonna watch like every 10 minutes and what else I'm gonna watch. So yeah, those are the types of channels that I watch. And the last question is, tag 7 booktubers you want to know more about, and obviously I will, as always, do that on Twitter, because when do I not tag people on Twitter? When do I ever tag people in my video? But yeah, that was it for But yeah, that was it for this tag. Tell me, did you learn something new and surprising about me? Honestly, I don't think so, because I think I've talked about all these things at least in one video before. Maybe not the types of YouTubers I watch, but you know, everything else. And so if you enjoyed this video, maybe think about giving me a thumbs up and also maybe subscribing. All the links to my social media as well as to my book club of Queens, Witches and Valkyries, will read one adult high fantasy book written by a woman or genderqueer person per month, will be left linked down below, so go and check those out. And I hope I'll see you very soon. Bye!